Chicago, Illinois area. Daybreak, of course, a very strong player from Michigan. And Ohio's finest Toast just recently had an amazing performance at Frostbite 2020, getting top 8, beating a ton of PGR players. And we are going into the first match here, actually, against Vlone, Flex, and Kople. They are both both mainstays of the Shell Shock bracket, and they're here now. They've qualified for the bracket, and we're going to see who is going to claim victory between these two. We got Kople starting off with a bit of a lead right now, 7%. Vlone, Flex is 74.
But I mean, like, and you know, the thing is, like, a lot of the heavier characters, like, they are able to make sure that they are keeping they're being patient. Like, yeah, I'll take all, like, I can still take some of these damages and stuff like that, but you know, the second I get my hand on you better get like defensive. And you know, Kople he's starting off really well. He's already like under 12 damage to his 64.
Yeah. He's no stranger to this matchup for sure. Vlone, Flex, and him have actually fought in bracket before, and Kople has come out the victor in that first one, and it looks like that's the continuing trend right now. Vlone, Flex is barely making that recovery back with the air dodge. Now he's got the stage control here, but Kople is not making it easy for him for this first stock.
No, and okay. Yeah, so I think what's really going on with this one's per se is just if Vlone Flex, he's got to make sure he's taking away like Kople's key movements. So a lot of it is just the crown and the cannonball combo. Like you saw the bucket he pulled out earlier, like right there, making sure he's not putting any damage on him, and now he's just gonna juggle him, and like just 50 damage, uncontested.
Yeah, that's the really important part when dealing with K-Rool, and especially the way Kople likes to play. We saw before he was using a lot of these fast aerials, but he's also very good at using both the crown and the blunderbuss to be able to open up the opponent and try and create some space. But Vlone Flex, he's found an effective counter for right now, and keeping Kople juggled all the way with these up airs. Not quite able to continue it. Oh, there he goes, actually. But he's building up a lot of damage on Kople right now.
Yeah. He's just doing a phenomenal job right now. He's playing like he's playing well. Like, and Kople still, like, he's not letting that size, he's not letting the disadvantage of his character get the best of him, and he's still doing his, trying to see if he can get like a little bit of that suction, but not gonna do it. They're able to get back onto the stage, both of them throwing crowns, bombs, whatever you can to make sure they could tack on damage on each other. Kople offered all around 10%.
And that was a really nice with the spot dodge cancel down tilt to be able to take that stock. You could recognize that it would be able to kill at that high of a percent. And now Vlone Flex has a bit of a lead, but he's got to be careful, especially when you go that high against a character like K-Rool. He almost died from that up air.
That was unfortunate too. And now here's Vlone Flex seeing if he could rack up more damage before losing his stock. Oh, and shielding right at the right time, but not going to be able to clip him off stage as he gets clipped by that helicopter backpack.
Yeah, and that's really important, actually. The fact that Vlone Flex kind of gave up stage control to go for that edge guard, so it allowed Kople to reset to a much more neutral situation and turn it entirely around in that back air.
Oh, and that's what I mean too. If Kople is able to sneak in that solid hit, that solid setup, then he can even up the game right there, and that's what he did. But now he's taken 94% damage, still uncontested. Vlone finally getting hit, but at what cost? Maybe something's gonna happen here. Hopefully, for one or the other. Kople tries to see if he can mount a comeback.
Yeah, Vlone Flex maintaining some control, but that's a really scary stage spike. Just barely able to make it back.
If he was any higher of a percentage, that would have been so bad because he missed the tech there too.
Yeah, now you see Vlone Flex kind of backing off at the edge. He doesn't want to deal with any of those shenanigans from Kople, but still maintaining this ledge pressure, trying to kill Kople here. Just missing that back air, but getting the stage spike with the up B to be able to take that final stock and take that game. That is going to be Vlone Flex going up 1-0 right now against Kople.
Oh, man.
Very scary match to begin with, but Vlone Flex was able to make the proper adjustments in order to keep Kople shut down. So we're going to see if Kople has an answer to deal with Vlone Flex in the second game here.
Yes, and you know, that Kople was just holding, he was doing like he was doing super well. Like he was making sure that, you know, like I'm still taking this damage, but I know I can actually get this game in. If it wasn't for that very slow recovery at the end there, like just barely stretching out that up B, there would have been a chance for him to actually like get that win. But unfortunately, just had to overstretch. Vlone taking advantage of his speed and size to be able to just knock Kople into the game 2 as a loser. So Vlone Flex 1-0 advantage over Kople right now for this game, for this round 1.
Yeah, going to game 2 on Pokemon Stadium 2 here. Kople trying to use this stage, I think, wants to be able to, because he was playing on a big stage. They started off with Town and City, so I think Kople appreciates having that room to be able to maneuver around, so he doesn't have to worry about getting super close to his opponent. He can come to them on his turns, but Vlone Flex, he's the one in control right now with all this meat flying off the stage here.
So unfair because he literally left the crown right there. He's just like, you know, I know the spawn time for this. I'll just keep it there for a while. He kept that boy away.
Yeah,
he
kept
was like,
it entirely shut down. And then just getting that roll read on the ledge and getting that first stock very easily. Vlone Flex in the control right now against Kople.
Vlone Flex doing super well, just like, and he's doing exactly what he needs to do, making sure he's keeping that crown away. And when you turn K Rool into a one-dimensional character with his cannonball with that type of projectile, you basically got that win in the bag right there. And Vlone Flex is just proving right now, even though he's taking 96% damage, he's about to lap Kople.
Yeah, and I think this is also important for the player matchup too, because Kople, I feel like he's a very momentum-based player. If he's got the lead, he's willing to do some crazy stuff, but when he is at a deficit, like now, it's like, it feels like he just kind of shuts down and isn't entirely sure what to do. So if Vlone Flex is able to maintain this control against him, I think he's going to have a secure victory. Getting the dash attack there, almost killing, but Vlone Flex managing to survive. Yeah, but getting the blunderbuss just sucked up right there on the ledge, and Vlone Flex losing his stock there. We'll see if Kople's going to be able to make up this deficit at all, or if Vlone Flex is going to be able to maintain control here.
It looks like Kople is actually starting to make a few of those adjustments. Like Vlone Flex before that forward smash was starting to get a little bit into his hits and just getting into those small portions that Vlone Flex was trying to go through, but Kople, you know, he's doing well. He's starting to play a little bit more patient. He's starting to make sure that he's trying to get some of these damages. However, Vlone Flex is just taking advantage of where that crown is and getting knocked back again. What are you gonna do when that crown disappears?
Yeah, you mentioned it before, how simple K. Rool's game plan can become, especially when you get rid of that crown. Oh, but Kople actually getting that up air, just sneaking that barely in, taking Vlone Flex's second stock, and now the stocks are even.
Yeah, this is where Kople wants to be. Even though he's getting all that damage, you know, he still has a chance to take this game away.
Yeah, and I think early kills like that can still be a pretty big shift in momentum, but he is getting juggled, though. He's going to have to find a way to make it back on stage, and Vlone Flex is not making it easy for him whatsoever.
On the bright side, his recovery does allow him to have a nice protection from above, so it does stop a bunch of edge guarding from happening. Okay, that is, oh god, the up smash.
Getting the same read as the first stock, just looking for Kople's roll right there, standing at the perfect distance, and Game & Watch slamming his head in, and Vlone Flex will be taking that first set. Quick 2-0.
That is incorrect.
Over Kople.
It's a best of 5, dudes.
Oh, it is.
All games are best of 5s. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I just looked at chat now. Okay.
Well, I'm glad we could update you guys after we went live. That is entirely my fault. But yes, to be clear, everyone, all games are best of 5 today.
Okay. Well, never mind. So Vlone Flex, he still has one more game to go, but I think if the games are going to be anything like we've seen so far, it can just be one more quick game, and he might be able to take this set as a 3-0. But yeah, that is an exciting thing about this invitational bracket, is we're going to have all best of 5 sets throughout all of the brackets. So we're going to have a lot of exciting action going on for you all to see. And we'll see if Kople will be able to potentially make a comeback. We did see him start to gain back a little bit of momentum in that second game, so it's possible he could carry that into this third game and potentially take a game win. but Vlone Flex is not going to make it easy for him whatsoever.
And you saw it too. Like you were right. He does move around with. He does play his game plan based on the momentum he is able to gain. But Vlone Flex and Game & Watch as a character in general just stifles a lot of that kind of movement-based option, like that momentum-based option. So this is definitely going to be really interesting for Kople to see if he can take on that reverse 3-0. But things are possible. Things are definitely possible.
Yeah, it's not out of the realm of possibility for Kople at all, but I think with how controlling Vlone Flex has been in this match so far, Kople's really going to have to find his way in, especially with ballsy options like that down air, able to rack up a bit of damage, but I think that's kind of more what Kople needs. If he can get like a big read on Vlone Flex, I think that's going to be the momentum shift that he needs.
Yeah, and that's what Kople needs to do. I feel like he's gonna have to be a little bit more patient, like figure out different ways to actually get back onto neutral, like he did earlier. Almost getting the suction on Vlone Flex, getting dash attack off stage, and the turtle.
And the back air, an easy way to take that first stock. But yeah, you were mentioning that Kople, he needs to play a bit more patient, but I think that's what Vlone Flex is excelling at. Like he's not. Oh my god!
My gosh! He did it with the bacon! And why? Vlone, did he taunt?
No way!
Wow, Kople! Oh my god! Wow!
That is really devastating, especially to have your armor broken by the chef, and then to get a 9 after the parry. That is going to be really hurting for Kople, and he's down 2 stocks, and to lose a stock that way too, that early, yeah, Kople's just done.
He's like, no. Oh, I feel so bad for him. Like, you gotta and here's the thing. That stuff happens, and it's so huge, but you gotta have the mentality to keep going, even though it's like it seems borderline impossible. You need to have that mentality, man. Like, and that's what separates a good player from a great player.
Yeah.